base of the oven would be built. And then I used a construction adhesive that adheres to cement to construct the base of the oven. And as you can see here, this essentially works just like a caulk gun, and you lay down a nice thick bead of this adhesive to whatever surface you are trying to adhere, and then you build it up from there. As you can see, this gun kind of got stopped up there for a second, but once it was unclogged, it moves really fast, and you're able to kind of build up the base without too much work. It's really great. One thing you want to make sure to do as you're building up this wall with the cinder blocks is to wipe off the cinder blocks before you apply the adhesive. If there's a bunch of dirt on the cinder block, then the adhesive won't work. In addition, you want to make sure that you level out each section as you go up. One thing I'll go ahead and note, and I will talk a little bit more about later on in the project, is that for the interior of the oven, you need to use what's called a fire brick. Fire bricks are heat resistant, so they can withstand, I think, up to 2,000 degrees and not crack. Unlike these conventional cement cinder blocks and cement bricks that will crack if they get exposed to super high temperatures. Fire bricks are much more expensive than standard cement bricks. However, they will withstand the high temperatures, and so it's worth it to spend the extra money to buy fire bricks. You'll see here in just a second what I'm talking about. They look a lot different, and like I said, they withstand temperatures. So find a local dealer that has fire bricks. A lot of the times the big box stores don't sell them. You can order them off the internet, but you likely will have a place in your local town that will sell fire bricks. After finalizing the base of the oven, I went ahead and lined up all the fire bricks on top of the base, and then I constructed a mold out of some 3/4 inch plywood and some spare pieces of wood that would serve as the support for each of the arches that I build throughout the project. In addition, I should note that the refractory mortar that I used is also a heat resistant mortar. You don't want to use just a standard mortar that's made from cement. You want to use something that's heat resistant with a high heat resistant clay or something like that. You can usually buy that in pre-mixed tubs. It's going to be relatively expensive, but in the end it will be worth it. The fire bricks came in two different sizes. Each of them were 4 inches by 9 inches. However, the thickness was different. So one was about 2.5 inches thick, and then the others were, I think, about 1 inch thick. These are the ones that I'm working with right now. I used the thinner ones to construct the actual base of the oven on top of the cement pavers. I didn't build the oven right on top of the cement pavers because I actually wanted to have a base of these fire bricks that would kind of serve as the floor of the oven. Now, the reason I did that is because, once again, the fire that I'll be building on top of this is going to be really hot, and I don't want to build that just right on top of cement pavers because of the heat and the likelihood that the cement pavers will crack in the future. So I would recommend doing something like this so that you have a nice layer of heat resistant bricks or fire bricks that the fire can be built on top of. Also notice that I use a small cement trowel to spread the heat resistant mortar on the base of these bricks, and you almost spread it on just like butter. After that, I went ahead and began the construction of the first arch. on the back side of the oven. Now I'll go ahead and note two things about this. One, I made a mistake right off the bat, which I'll fix here in a second in terms of the height of the arch. Then second thing that I'll note is the fact that this is the first time that I've ever done anything like this, so I'm not a professional, and I'm sure some of the folks that are going to be watching this video are professionals, so give me some slack. This is the first time that I've ever done anything like this. But there's a few things that I noticed right off the bat that I can pass off to people that I think would be helpful. One of the things
the president made it clear it's not okay for these smaller ships to attack our warships, and he's given instructions out. He just tweeted this out. I want to share this with you. I have instructed the United States Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all Iranian gunboats as they harass our ships at sea. And we'll show you the video. You've probably seen it already. I mean, we could just destroy these boats, but now they try it again. Do you believe that if you're the Navy captain, Admiral, you will blow them out of the water with that tweet, because of that tweet?
Well, we've seen in the past when we showed weakness around the world, if you remember, they were doing this recklessly and with no limitations. They were even taking our crews hostage and embarrassing them. And we're now showing strength using a maximum pressure campaign with Iran. And that includes ensuring that our military can defend themselves and protect themselves. And the rules of engagement need to be clear, having been in the military, about what you need to do to ensure you can protect your ships. So appreciate a commander-in-chief who is showing strength there. And we need to make sure that our sailors, soldiers, airmen, and Marines can protect ourselves, and we need to continue to show strength.
Okay. Thank you so much, Senator, for being with us.
All right. God bless you all. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Red flags now for the malaria drug President Trump has repeatedly touted to treat the coronavirus. A new study linking that drug, hydroxychloroquine, to a higher death rate among patients. The drug has been approved for coronavirus.